All right, let's talk about breaking the rules. We're diving into an awesome guide from Kieron over at Speak Confidently, all about mastering the English of mischief. You know, for talking about those harmless pranks, bending the rules, and telling your stories with a bit of a spark. So, if you're ready to sound witty and totally in charge of your English capers, let's get into it.
First, a little food for thought from Thomas Mann. A harmful truth is better than a useful lie. It kind of sets the stage, doesn't it? Because when we talk about our little misdeeds, it's all about perspective. But what happens when the crime is totally harmless and the story is just absolutely hilarious?
So, I want you to think for a second. Come on, what's your crime of the century? We've all got one. That little moment of rebellion, that sneaky win. It's the kind of story that you tell your friends for a good laugh, and today, we're going to give you the perfect words to tell it. Maybe your big crime was just a bit of modern-day genius, using a little AI help on that homework assignment and getting away with it scot-free. You spotted a shortcut, and hey, you took it. No harm, no foul, right?
Or maybe it was a classic whodunit, a bit of, shall we say, domestic espionage. A completely victimless crime for sure, especially when you've got a furry, innocent-looking accomplice to take the fall. I mean, that's practically family folklore in the making.
And who hasn't attempted this high-stakes mission? That super careful tiptoe up the stairs, holding your breath, praying the floorboards don't betray you. You think you pulled it off perfectly, or at least that's the story you're sticking to. Okay, first things first. The art of mischief. Because to tell these stories right, you gotta have the right words. Next up, Section 2, Know Your Crime. Any good rule breaker needs to survey the scene and understand exactly what they're dealing with. So here's a really crucial distinction: petty crime versus serious crime. On one side, you've got your petty crimes. These are the small things, the minor stuff, where the consequences are pretty light. But on the other, you have serious crimes, which cause real harm and come with severe punishments. Knowing where your story lands on this scale is absolutely key to telling it with the right vibe. And look at this spectrum. It shows you just how broad rule breaking can be. We start down here with pretty minor stuff, like dodging a train fare or jaywalking. Then things start to climb into more serious territory, like plagiarism or vandalism, all the way up to blackmail, hijacking, and, well, murder. Luckily, most of our best stories live comfortably at the much, much lower end of this list. Now for the good stuff. The core of our mission today, the Rule Breakers Toolkit. Let's get you equipped with the essential phrases for talking about mischief like you were born to do it. Tool number 1, caught red-handed. This one means there is absolutely no escape, no denying what you did. You're caught in the act. Like Lucy here, caught red-handed trying to sneak a piece of pizza. The evidence was probably all over her face. Next up, my personal favorite, bending the rules. This phrase is just so perfectly cheeky. It's not about shattering the rules, it's just flexing them a little. Like Jake here, who was bending the rules by bringing his dog to class. Let's be honest, the teacher probably loved it. Now, if you do get caught bending those rules, you might just get a slap on the wrist. This is a punishment that's so light, it's almost not a punishment at all. You know when Charlie stole all the biscuits? He only got a slap on the wrist. He basically got away with it. And speaking of getting away with things, here's a brilliant exaggeration: to get away with murder. Obviously, we don't mean it literally. We use this when someone does something pretty naughty and faces zero consequences. For example, Sophie always gets away with murder by hiding everything under her bed and calling her room clean. And finally, a phrase that's a bit more serious: to rat someone out. This one really implies betrayal. You were supposed to be partners in crime, but someone broke the code, like when Jenna ratted out Liam for eating the chocolate they were supposed to share. That's just cold. Okay, Section 4, putting phrases into practice. You've got the tools in your toolkit, so let's run a quick simulation. Time for a little test. Let's see how you're doing. Time for a quick mix and match. Match the phrase on the left with its definition on the right. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Okay, you got it? Let's see. Number 1, bailout, matches with C, to help someone out. Number 2, dodgy. That goes with D, something suspicious. 3, caught red-handed. That's B, caught in the act. And 4, a slap on the wrist, is A, a light punishment. So how'd you do? Nailing these is going to make you sound so much more natural.
And for our grand finale, our getaway scene, if you will, when the rules are ridiculous. Because let's face it, sometimes the law is so weird, all you can do is laugh.
Let's start with an absolute classic from the UK's 1986 Salmon Act. You heard that right. It is literally illegal to handle a salmon suspiciously. I mean, what does that even look like? The law was meant to stop fish poaching, but it just makes you wonder what counts as a suspicious cuddle with a salmon. This one is just fantastic. It's illegal to die in the Houses of Parliament. Why? Because anyone who dies there is technically eligible for a state funeral, and apparently they wanted to avoid the hassle and the expense. It's an incredibly strange law, isn't it?
Now, this is an old law that's actually born from kindness. In the UK, a pregnant woman can legally relieve herself anywhere she needs to. And yes, that supposedly includes a police officer's helmet, if it's offered. It's a wild image, but it's really about basic human decency.
And just to prove it's not just the Brits who have weird rules, let's pop over to Switzerland. In some apartment buildings, it's considered a noise disturbance for men to stand up to urinate after 10 p.m. It's a rule about being a considerate neighbor that just sounds like the setup to a joke. So, there you have it, your complete starter kit for talking about all things mischief, all inspired by that fantastic guide from Kieron at Speak Confidently. You've got the lingo, you understand the spectrum, and you know that some rules are just begging to be bent. So the only question left is, now that you can talk the talk, which story are you going to tell first?